Developing news out of Southern California. A 9-year-old girl has been missing for weeks, and now we're learning more about the last time she was seen. Investigators in Santa Barbara County say Melodee Buzzard was last seen October 7th with her mother, Ashley. A week later, school officials reported to authorities that Melodee had not been in class for 2 months. When deputies went to Buzzard's home, the mother, Ashley, was there, but not Melodee. We're told that Ashley's been uncooperative with investigators. The FBI believes that Ashley took Melodee on a road trip to Nebraska, then stopped in Kansas earlier this month. She was photographed on October 7th at a rental car agency, and Melodee was wearing what appeared to be a wig and a hooded sweatshirt. Meanwhile, this is an older photo of the missing 9-year-old. It's from 2023, but it does give us a better look at who the FBI is searching for. Anyone with information should contact authorities.
Okay, let's get over into this next video that gives us more about it. So they said she was wearing a wig.
Images have shaken investigators. A missing 9-year-old girl from California, possibly disguised. Take a look. This is an image that authorities released of Melodee Buzzard before. But tonight, there are new images of the same girl appearing to wear a wig. The latest clue in this case, raising chilling questions about what may have happened to Melodee, who vanished during a road trip with her mother, who has returned without any sign of her child. News Nation's Jorge Ventura is live from Los Angeles tonight with the exclusive new details. Jorge, what are we learning about this?
Hey, Natasha. Well, this story really is sending shockwaves through the communities here in Southern California. We are now learning of these newly released images from Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, giving investigators this new look into Melodee Buzzard, even right before she disappeared. And the images were taken from a security camera at a rental car business. And what's striking is that in that image, the child looks very similar to Melodee. But as you can see there, the child has straight black hair under a gray hoodie. Hair investigators now believe it is a wig. Now, officials say that Melodee was with her mother, Ashley, when she rented a white Chevy Malibu on October 9th of this year here in California. That car was later tracked through Nebraska and Kansas before Ashley returned home, but without her daughter. Days later, Melodee was reported missing on October 14th of this year after a school administrator reported Melodee's prolonged absence. Deputies went to the family's home, but Melodee wasn't there, and her mother, Ashley Buzzard, gave no clear explanation on where her daughter was. Her mother hasn't cooperated with investigators, and still no arrests have been made. Detectives say that the last verified contact with Melodee was in August of this year, and until these newly released images, the most recent photo of her was taken 2 years earlier. Now Melodee's aunt, Elizabeth Meza, spoke exclusively on Banfield and told us exactly what she noticed in that photo.
But that nose definitely, reminds me of her dad's. So yeah, it does look like her.
Why was she wearing a wig? So many questions. Let's keep going.
Now, Meza says that she hasn't seen her niece in more than 4 years, not since Melodee's father died in a motorcycle accident. She says that tragedy marked the moment where Ashley began pulling away from the rest of the family. She described to us the last time she saw Ashley and Melodee and what she notices that day.
But you can definitely tell at that time Ashley was unwell. She had her hair very short, like a buzz cut, and she was at that time wearing a hood, and she didn't stay for very long. She told my mother-in-law, I can't do this, and she took Melodee, and that was the last time we seen her.
Now, the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office says that detectives are still chasing leads across state lines, and while the FBI remains involved, the department is urging anyone with information to call 805-681-4150 and to not conduct independent searches that could interfere with law enforcement investigation. Melodee Buzzard is just 9 years old, 4'6", about 60 pounds. Authorities say she is still remaining missing, and right now still looking for any active leads on this active investigation. Natasha.
All right.
Absolutely crazy. But here's a question. This video popped up. Why hasn't the mother been charged yet? Let's get over into it.
We have new images of a missing 9-year-old girl, Melodee Buzzard, from Lompoc, California. The sheriff's office says it appears that Melodee is wearing a wig that is darker and straighter than her natural hair. This photo was captured October 7th at a California car rental business, just a week before she was reported missing. Melodee was on a road trip with her mother, Ashley, pictured on the left here. Police say Ashley is not cooperating with the search for her daughter. Melodee's aunt told our Ashley Banfield the family is desperate for answers.
Our whole family's praying for her safety, and just if anybody knows anything, please call the tip lines and, just let us know. It's never too late to call.
Missing case picking up more and more national traction. Police say Melodee's school last saw her in August. Then on October 7th, Melodee and her mom, police say, left on a road trip out to the Midwest. They visited Nebraska and they made a stop in Kansas. Her mom then got back on the 10th. A week later, when no one came to pick up homework for Melodee, the school district did a welfare check, discovering that Melodee was nowhere to be found. Now the FBI is involved in this investigation. Melodee remains an at-risk missing person. Joining us now, News Nation national security contributor Tracy Walder. She's a former CIA officer and FBI.
And the mother is not cooperating. Come on now. There's definitely something going wrong. So it's understandable that they need to investigate.
Special Agent Tracy, I've been following this case for the last several weeks. At one point, police believed that Melodee could have been missing for up to a year or more. The last photo they have of her with the curly hair was from 2 years ago, so she could look much different. I also saw some local reporting of police going to the mom's house as they were looking for information. The question I keep getting is, why hasn't the mom been arrested or taken into custody if she is not cooperating? How would you answer that question?
Well, thank you for having me, Marty. You're absolutely right. They did give her 72 hours to produce Melodee or face arrest. And so my guess is there could be a few reasons. I think the first maybe is they want to see if she leads them to Melodee. I think, she is making some moves. I know she was trying to kind of feverishly rent a rental vehicle. And so part of me wonders if that's what they're doing. She is essentially worth more to them free because she could lead them to Melodee rather than incarcerated, because she obviously, as you mentioned before, has been so combative and not willing to help.
So we're starting to get more evidence, more of a clear picture of the timeline when she was last seen. How is this helping investigators right now, especially this latest possible image of her?
I think that timeline is extremely crucial because, as you mentioned before, they had thought she hadn't been seen for a year. And so that is going to take an inordinate amount of time to essentially trace her last steps from a year. But thank goodness that the school actually stepped in and was able to give them a much tighter time frame. And from there, they were able to obtain those pictures. So that's incredibly useful. It will be very useful to local police as well as to the FBI in hopefully finding her in a much quicker manner than they would have with that 1 year time frame.
It's so delicate.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's finish it up.
Dealing with the mom in this case, if she knows where Melodee is right now, how do police handle her?
It's interesting because I also would be curious to know if the grandmother has said anything. So Ashley Buzzard's mom, she lives in and around the area as well and is in contact with her. So my guess is I believe they are probably leveraging her as well to deal with Ashley and to give a sense of how she will respond to this. But you're right, it's incredibly difficult, especially when you have a mother who is absolutely not willing to participate in finding her own daughter.
It doesn't make sense. I know a lot of people are watching this case. If you've seen Melodee, please call 911 immediately, or the mom, or have any information that can help bring her.
Absolutely crazy situation. The mother is not helping. The daughter has been missing for a while. No one knows where she is. And they rented a car going all types of places. It's a lot of things, a lot of questions. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. It's a crazy situation. And hopefully they find out where she is. Because if worse comes to worse, she might be gone. But we don't know that. So we have to pray for the best. But like I always say, you hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.